Hey yo, everybody out in the internet world, coming at you with a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of info, a little story. Grab your milk, grab your blankets, grab your cookies, gather around. This is kind of a chapter in my life that I've closed, left behind me, but I'm sharing it. One, to hope that other people don't repeat the same mistakes I did. Also, two, to offer a little bit of perspective. So, when I was like 14, I started smoking weed and I started drinking, and I enjoyed it a lot, and it was fun. And I continued to do that through probably the age of 18, sometime when I was 18. And me and drinking was never like, oh, I'm gonna grab some beers and go to a buddy's house. It was always me going down to the local supermarket and loosening the belt of my pants and going in the walk-in freezer and taking a 40 and shoving it down in my pants and walking out of the store. And then I would go and literally, not in the van down by a river, but under the bridge down by a river, I would go and drink it. And I wouldn't drink it to hang out with people. I would drink it strictly to get shit-faced, and I did. I got really drunk, and it wasn't pretty, and I was usually not around any other people, which was a good thing. And I eventually started drinking a lot while I was home, and this is about the age of like 16, towards the end of being 16, like 16, let me think here. No, I was just 17. Just 16 or just 17, I can't remember when this story took place. So I would drink, and I used to go and like get really drunk and like go out at night and break into cars and just steal like change and bullshit. When I say break in, I mean walk up to a car and see if it was open. I didn't even break anything, actually. I would just hop in cars that were unlocked, because from a small town, like 5,000 people or so. So a lot of people just leave their cars unlocked. And I would steal stuff, and never really got caught for that. I think I broke into a party store, stole some alcohol once. Literally broke into a party store, and the only thing I stole was alcohol. Like, that's it. That's kind of what a mess I was. And this particular time, I got really drunk at home. I went out. It was around winter time. It was November, and I broke into an empty house, destroyed a bunch of stuff. Couldn't find anything I liked, so I peed on a mattress, left the house, broke into a mailbox for literally no apparent reason. This is how drunk I was. I'm lucky, because the house I broke into wasn't occupied, and I was pretty sure it wasn't, but if it had been, I might be dead. I'm by no means some big burly badass guy. I could have got shot. There's a million bad things that could have happened. Then I went downtown to my downtown, and we have a JCPenney store, and we have some bars and some other stuff, and I tried to break into a bar. And the funny thing is, thinking about it, hindsight, I don't remember exactly the hour of the night, but I don't even know if I was trying to break into a bar like probably right after closing hours, so I was probably trying to break into a building where there was already people still in there, probably closing up. Never made it in there. Proceeded down to the back entrance of a JCPenney's. I had some tools on me, like a screwdriver and some other bullshit. A duffel bag. And I pried the back door open, and it was open, and it opened really, really easy. Should have been my first warning. Should have been my first warning. It was not going to be my night. Went in, proceeded to smash every single jewelry counter out, take a bunch of jewelry, stole it. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was thinking at this time, if I remember right, I was thinking, oh, I'm going to steal this and I can sell it somewhere at a pawn shop, or go downstate and get rid of it. Like I didn't even know like where I would get rid of something. Like I had no connections. Like I wasn't a career criminal. This is very spur of the moment, stupid, being drunk, doing dumb shit. Anyways, got in there, smashed a bunch of stuff out. Was going to come back out the same way I came in. I looked into the alley, and the alley was really icy. And there was a cop car parked outside, and I was like, fuck. And kind of in a state of panic, because I don't even think there was anybody in that cop car. I think there was already somebody inside. Probably could have ran up the alley and got away. Hindsight's 20/20. It's done over with now. Go back in the store, start tossing the jewelry out of my pockets and out of the bag and everything that I had. Went upstairs, was thinking there was a fire exit. I don't know why I thought that. Went all the way to the back entrance of the upstairs floor, the men's department. And I remember opening a door and there was like 5 cops. And me, like I said, not being a brawler, not a big guy, not a fighter, literally threw my hands up against the wall and just gave up. I was like, I'm fucking busted. Got cuffed. I remember sitting on the floor with the cop, the officer. I remember I was still drunk, but I was coming out of it slowly. I mean, obviously something like this would sober anybody up a little bit. I remember saying to him, I remember thinking, I said, am I gonna go to jail? Thinking about this now is almost comedic, and he's like, yeah, you're gonna go to jail, man. Probably for a little while. I was like, oh, that sucks. Got hauled up to jail. Got processed, all that, thrown in the drunk tank, and I was from a very small town. Let me try to paint a picture of the jail. Very small town. The worst crimes there was is probably domestic violences, drunk drivings. I remember there was one, for the time I was in there was one lady in there for, I think she shot her husband with a shotgun. Didn't even kill him, like shot him and like wounded him. I can't remember the whole story. She was a woman. She was in a different part of the jail, but it was like right across the hall. Like you could almost like see and yell through slots to yell. Anyways. So it wasn't like, this isn't like maybe an LA County jail or an Oakland County jail in California. This is kind of the jail where you're gonna get raped and beat up by, I mean, it's still scary. I was literally just 16 or 17, I can't remember, and getting charged. I was to be charged with a felony, and told my parents, and like good parents, like very good parents, and I love them to this day, and I thank them for this. They were like, fuck you, dude. Your ass can sit in jail and you can rot like the piece of shit you are and think about the fucked up, stupid shit you did. And so I ended up spending 5 months in a county jail. And it's not the longest time, but I'm telling you what, it was enough for me to realize that 1, jail sucks. 2, don't fuck up. And the biggest lesson, the lesson I hope you get out of this video more than anything, is perspective. Nothing in the world will put your life into perspective. Well, that's not true. There's some other tragic events that happen to people that can really put things into perspective really quick. Losing a loved one, losing a child, stuff like that. Nothing will put you in perspective faster than losing your freedom. It really fucking sucks. And you got to realize when you're in jail, everything's doubled, whether it's jail or prison. And keep in mind, this was a jail, it wasn't a prison. Very small county jail. So if you do 5 months, it feels like 10. If you did 10 years, it would feel like 20. And I was hanging out with shitty people at the time. I wasn't hanging out with anybody when this happened. I was by myself, and I always told myself, I'm like, if I ever get in trouble, I don't want to take the fall for someone else. And so that was kind of my reasoning behind it. And so the most my father did was get me a lawyer to try to get me at least the lowest sentence I could get. So by the time I got sentenced, I got sentenced to 5 months in jail, time served, and 2 years probation, and then restitution for the stuff that I had broken and stolen. And I think it was like $30,000 worth. It was quite a bit of money. I don't remember how I paid it. I don't know if my parents paid it. I really don't remember. But apparently I got paid, or I'd still be sitting on probation. I'm assuming my dad probably helped me pay it, because I know back then I had no fucking 30 grand laying around to get paid off for that amount of time. So God bless my dad. Still around to this day, still a wonderful guy, and I love him to death, and I love both my parents. And I remember them saying, they're like, someday you'll thank us for this, for letting you sit in jail. And I was like, no, I won't. I'll fucking hate you forever. And I did. I didn't even hate him that long when I was in jail. I was like, a couple weeks, and I was like, I miss my folks, I miss home. And yeah, it sucked. I kind of did my time kind of backwards, whereas most people are up all day and sleep all night. I was up all night and slept all day, just because it was quieter. It was always loud during the day. There was always a lot going on. There were 4-man cells, and there was another person in a cell with me, and we would stay up, play cards and talk and whatever, and then I would just sleep during the day. It's amazing what you can condition your mind to do. To think that I slept through that much noise is kind of amazing to me think of today, because now I'm like kind of like sound sensitive. I'm like, oh, who's outside cutting grass? You know what I mean? Or what landscape guy's outside my apartment doing this or that? So it's amazing what you could condition to, and that's kind of how I did my time. Played board games, and there was no TV in our cells. TV was like one day a week, so I didn't really watch any TV. Played a lot of solitaire and other shit, and wrote down the food schedule, traded trays for the stuff I wanted on the days I wanted it. And that's how I did my time. I remember my mom came visit me, and I was like, I'm never going to get out of here, and I'm never going to get my shit together, and I'm going to get my life together, and I was really at a low point. And I did. I got out, and I even fucked up a few more times after that. A couple more times that I should have been dead, probably. I crashed a car after that, drinking one night, and then shortly after that I got my shit together. I got sober, I got cleaned up, and I'm proud to say I've been sober for better part of 20 plus years. So a long time. I don't drink, I don't smoke weed, I don't drink any alcohol at all, ever. Yeah, jail's not fun. Even small, simple, and this would have constituted like the simplest of jails. Even small, simple jails suck. Jail just sucks. It's the kind of place where you go, and you keep fucking up, and you keep coming back, and eventually you end up in prison, or you go once, and you're like, I'm never fucking coming back here. And I didn't. And like I said, I screwed up a couple times after that, and I probably should have been dead. There's lots of times I can think of that I got home, and I'm like, I don't know how I got here. Which is really scary. But jail fucking sucks. Take it from me, it's not a fun place to be. And this is a long time ago, but I carried that felony with me for a long time, and I really let it became a part of me. Not a part of me like I let it keep me down, but it shaped my life and my career and everything in my life into a different path that I'm trying to steer away from and do better now. And I'm doing great. I've been doing great for a long time, but I mean, there's still things in my life that I didn't get done, and that I'm trying to focus on. And one of those things is going back to school. I got taken out of school, so I would have like a 9th grade education, and I never went back to get my GED, and they never gave me school release or anything. And so it's something I'm focusing on now, doing that and working and just doing good. But proud to say that I think it was this October it'll be 2 years. It's been 2 years now, and I finally went, and ironically enough, and it's almost hard to talk about a little bit. I hired a lawyer, and I went to the same court that I got convicted at 20 some years earlier, and I got that felony taken care of. I got it expunged and sealed, and so I don't have that on my record anymore. And that was a proud day. And the ironic thing is, the same guy that sentenced me, the same exact judge that sentenced me, pardoned me. And I think there were some people there that represented JCB. There was some other guy that congratulated me. It was really weird and really surreal. But yeah, you wear something around there long enough, and it's a big deal, you know. But yeah, nothing will give you perspective like losing your freedom. So next time you want to bitch about something, you know, like the guy in front of you driving slow, or you know, you're sick, or you hate your job, I would say at least you have a guy to drive slow in front of you, and at least you have a job, because there's people that are locked up probably right now for who knows what, that would probably be like, damn, I'd love to be outside where I have those kind of first world problems, you know what I mean? So I hope you guys all took something from this, and for anybody that's young, that's screwing up in life, learn from me, man. It's not fun. It's not fun getting in trouble. It's not fun getting locked up, and you get something like a felony, and it really changes your life, you know? So God bless, and thanks for listening, you guys, and leave a comment if you want, or whatever, subscribe, and I look forward to hearing from y'all. And God bless y'all, and I love y'all. So have a great day. All right.